So I was at a restaurant a few months ago and the service was fire. The waitress was super nice. The food was amazing. The waitress would check in on my wife and I and ensure we're having a good time, ensuring the food was good, good conversations. And the service was just a 10 out of 10, right? We left that place and we're like, we want to come back. And I remember we're sitting down and the owner of the restaurant stops by and just checks in on us. It's like, how did you enjoy your meal? How was dessert? And we said it was phenomenal. It was a 10 out of 10 experience, right? The customer service was fire. But it makes sense why we had such a pleasant experience here. The waitress was phenomenal, but the owner was also super friendly, super hospitable. Point I'm making in this is that it makes sense that the waitress was super friendly, hospitable, all that good stuff, because the owner is the same way. So the owner of the company sets the tone for the culture of the restaurant or the culture of the business. Now, on the contrary, I remember going to this other restaurant. I won't say the name of the restaurant, but it's a small, privately owned restaurant, just like the restaurant I mentioned before. And I walk in, and the owner was like, he looked like he didn't want me to be there. So didn't say hi, didn't make eye contact. I walked up to the desk. There was no one around actually. So there's no one else there. I'm the only customer there. Don't get a greeting, don't get a hi, nothing. I walk up to the desk. I'm gonna put in my order for takeout. And what he says is, what do you want? Uh, I'm like, bruh, I wanna put an order in. And he's like, well, what do you want? So I placed my order. And needless to say, I left that place telling myself, I ain't coming back. Like, I left there not wanting to come back because the experience was so poor. Compare that to my first experience with the other restaurant where the waitress was hospitable. She greeted us, she checked in on us. The owner came and checked in on us and thanked us for being there. I wanted to return to that restaurant because one, the food was good, right? The product was good, but the experience was a 10 out of 10. Why am I sharing these stories? The story of the great experience with the restaurant, great customer service, and then other restaurant that wasn't so great, not as hospitable, is because our businesses are a reflection of us. Our businesses are a reflection of us. I was having a conversation with a friend of mine. He's a business owner, he's an entrepreneur, and he was sharing how he's frustrated because his employees aren't friendly. And I looked at him like I was in shock. I'm like, "Bro, you're not friendly. Like, why do you think your team members aren't friendly? It's because you're the head, like, right? Like, you're the leader of the company, of the business, and you're not the nicest guy, to be honest. So, your business and your culture, your employees are just a reflection of you." So, here's this quote that I really like, and I've taken to heart as my wife and I continue to grow our business. We sell 100% organic juices, smoothies, wellness shots, acai bowls, all this good stuff, right? And I really like this quote. It says, your business and results are a reflection of you. Your business and results will grow in direct proportion to your own growth. Your business and results are a reflection of you. Your business and results will grow in direct proportion to your own growth. So, if we're not prioritizing our personal growth, right? Courses, my producer, she's phenomenal with this. She takes online courses, she's taking one on one coaching. Phenomenal, right? She's investing in herself, investing in her growth. And a reflection of that, an extension of that would be the growth that she's going to see in her business because as she grows, the business grows. If she's not growing, if I'm not growing, our business won't grow as well. We're the lid to our business. So here's something that I'm working on, right? I'm a work in progress. I don't have this figured out. So, first piece of advice that I've learned from this book called The E Myth. Really like this book, highly recommend it. In fact, it's right here, The E Myth. We'll do a book summary on that at some point. But the first thing with that I would give to you, or piece of advice that I would give to you, is decide who you want to be. Number one, decide who you want to be. Why is this important? Because your business is a reflection of you. So if you want to have one of the most hospital, best customer experience type of companies, right? Backtrack. Regardless of what industry you're in, regardless of what business or field you're in, whether you're selling juices, whether you're a videographer, whether you're in sales, whether whatever it is, we're all in the customer service business. Going back to the story that I shared earlier, the first experience was phenomenal. Waitress was awesome. Owner was awesome. The customer experience was a 10 out of 10. I wanted to return. Compare that to the other restaurant. I don't want to return and I won't be returning because the experience was so poor. Now, why do we have to decide who we want to be? Because our business will be a reflection of us. Our business is a reflection of us. So decide who you want to be and just know that whatever that decision is, your business will be an extension of that. Secondly, determine your values and do your best to live by them. Determine your values and do your best to live by them. Now, we got to be real with ourselves, right? Not what we wish or you wish your values to be, but what do you truly actually value? I don't know how many of you guys, but I remember working at, won't say the name, but a couple of jobs prior, companies prior, they had the core values on the wall, right? You know, many companies do this. They have the core values on the wall, and the managers and the leadership and the culture of the company was like the opposite of what was on the wall, right? And what they had on the wall, the core values they had written on the wall was who they wished they were. It's not who they actually were. It's the things they maybe wanted to value, but didn't truly value. So it left someone like me, some of my colleagues who were team members, to see that contradiction and be like, wait, didn't we say we value this, but we're making this decision? That doesn't make a ton of sense. So determine your values and do your best to live by them. Not what you wish your values are, but what they truly are. Because once you figure that out or decide what your values are, what you truly value, that's going to be embedded into your culture intentionally or unintentionally. So like I said earlier, many businesses have decor or decals on their wall that of their core values, right? Respect, honor, integrity, customer first, hard work, all these different things. But if the leadership isn't really practicing those values, it leaves team members questioning and honestly losing respect for their managers and for the business owners because they say they value something, but their actions say otherwise. This is why it's so important for us, for those of you who are entrepreneurs, business owners, and not even that, just leaders in your own sphere, leaders of your household, parents, of determining what your values are and deciding who you want to be, right? What I mean by deciding who do you want to be is, do you want to be a loving, caring person? Do you want to truly provide a pleasant, excellent experience for your customers? In fact, talking about customer experience, we're going to do a book summary on excellence wins. Excellence wins. So if you're struggling with customer experience or if you're struggling with getting repeat customers, you're going to want to tune in to that episode. And Excellence Wins, it's one of the co-founders of the Ritz-Carlton. And he talks about how he created a culture of customer first. And then he breaks down practically what that looks like. And that's what I'm going to do for you in a paraphrased version so that it can help you grow in your business or in your workplace, right? Because those principles apply whether you're an entrepreneur or operating within a company. Last quote that I want to leave for you is, your business will take on your habits, your values, your discipline, or lack of it. The energy you bring is what flows through your team. Your business will take on your habits, your values, your discipline, or lack of it. The energy you bring is what flows through your team. This is a quick lesson of what I'm learning in business. And it's that if your business isn't thriving, if my business isn't thriving, I don't have to look externally, right, to all the different factors outside of me. I need to look in the mirror and hold myself accountable for why my business isn't growing or thriving, because your business is a reflection of you. My business is a reflection of me. So with that being said, if this brought value to you, if you learned something, if you're enjoying the content that we share here in this podcast, please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. I love hearing from you guys, love interacting with you via comments, and please share with a friend. If you got value from this, share with a friend, family, coworker, whoever that you think could benefit from this content. With that being said, this is your boy Brandon, driven by growth. Peace.